All right, guys, let's talk about pain. All right, look, we're all gonna experience pain in our lives, man. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna experience pain on and off every day. You're going to experience situations that make you feel all kinds of ways. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a story about myself to try to put some context on this. Now, I'm an old drug addict and I have been through it in my life. I'm just gonna tell you, man, like my childhood, obviously, look at me, wasn't easy, okay? But through it all, man, I actually managed to get clean approximately 2.5 years ago, all right? Now, I got clean because I found myself in Kentucky. I'm not from Kentucky, all right? I'm from Utah. And I moved here because my kids moved here with the mother of my children. And I ended up homeless here. And I had to ask myself a question that day, man. I really had to ask myself, once I ended up homeless in a state with no connections, nobody to help me, and no real way to get back up on my feet except for me. I had to ask myself, whose fault is this? All these things that I've gone through, all this pain that I've experienced, is it truly the world's fault, or is it my fault that I have the results that I do? But I'm telling you, it's my fault. No matter what's happened to you, it's your responsibility to fix it. And I know, look, I know, man, I've been through it, guys. Like, I've been through it. But because I changed that mentality, because I was able to change the idea that it is no longer the world's fault, but it might be the world's fault that something happened to me, but it's my responsibility to change my life afterwards. Well, I'm telling you, things changed. You know, I built a business up. I started getting some real good stuff going for me. COVID hit. But I had this mentality that changed me at that point in time, and I really started changing how I approach things. So we opened a new shop, me and my then, at that point in time, not yet my fiance, but soon to be my fiance, opened up another shop in rural Kentucky in Morgan County. We started doing really well there, you know, and I was working all the time. We had people traveling from out of state. I was tattooing like members of the NFL, all kinds of stuff. It was going great, you know, and in this time, unbeknownst to me, because I was working so much, you know, my fiance relapsed and she started using again. She literally kicked me out of the house, ran me out of my business, took everything, all the money, everything, and then overdosed and died. And this all happened in 2 weeks, guys. And I need you to understand, have you ever been through a fucked up breakup? Been through a few of them. But if you also had that person who was breaking up with you die before you even have time to process the breakup, look, I survived that clean. All right, I went through that clean. It wasn't easy, but that was one of the most painful things that has ever happened in my whole life. My whole fucking life, by a long shot. Now I'm standing and talking to you in my tattoo shop here in Lexington, Kentucky. We've cleared $300K this year. I've got 7 employees, and we're doing great. My family's never better than it ever has been. And, you know, I've got a new relationship that's doing really well for me. I'm starting to really address some of the issues that happened to me through that process. But I want to give you guys some tools that I think will really help you through this. And those tools will get you through anything if you apply them. And the first one, man, look, write it down. I know this is the hardest thing to do because you don't want to write the things that hurt you, but you got to get it out of you. All right. You know, I do it. One of the ways I do is I write letters to God, like God's my pen pal. All right. Game changer. I'm telling you, it hits. All right. Secondly, you have to talk to the people around you. You got to stop trying to carry it all alone. Okay. It's okay to feel broken and battered and bruised. It's okay to understand that you've been in some dark places. It's not okay to live there. It's not okay to pour a bathtub full of poor me, I can't believe this happened, and then lie in that thing until you waterlog and die. It's got to fucking change, guys. The behaviors, the pain avoidance has to change. The hard thing about it is you can't run from pain. You have to address it. You have to feel it. You have to talk about it. And the prerequisite for your purpose in life is to understand what pains you most, the things that have hurt you and fucking shattered you so deeply, the most, to understand those things, to help heal them in yourself, and then to help give those tools to other people. And that's why I'm here today. I'm here today because somebody told me during that process, Justin, I know as bad as this fucking hurts, one day, this is going to help somebody else make it through one more day without killing themselves or without putting another one in them. And I was close to killing myself. I wasn't close to reusing. I almost ate a bullet so many times during that process because I was just so fucking heartbroken. Imagine being rejected by the person that said, yes, I want to marry you more than anything, and then having that person die all within 2 weeks. And now imagine surviving that, and not only just surviving, but fucking thriving through it. And it's because I realized that my pain is jet fuel. It's not something for me to pour all over myself and then burn myself alive with. What I'm going to ask you guys to do that will really help you no matter what's happening, man, reach out to somebody, talk to them about it. Talk to God and yourself on paper. It could just be you, whatever you believe in, it don't matter to me. And then finally, to go out and help somebody who's struggling with the same kinds of things. Make a plan to get yourself out of that dark place and start today. Action, action, action. Gratitude is an action word and love is a verb. For you to love yourself, you have to move forward. For you to really have gratitude for all the things you have in your life, for you to really be grateful, well, you have to take action on them. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of pretty words. I love you guys. See you soon.